Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Path of Exile, Fall of Oriath, the actual released version. So, a couple of good things are going to happen when I hit level 45. There's a whole other tier of axes available. There was that two-handed axe we did find last time, but the vendors in this act actually sell level 45 one-handed axes. So, we can investigate just, seeing if we get lucky on some item rolls for it, see if we can get some extra damage. I mean, I could also just craft one. That actually might not be a bad idea. Like, buy a few, risk a few, I don't know, alks or essences or something on them to see if we get lucky with some really crazy mods. But then just save one and just craft it with the a bonus damage recipe. Using a rustic sash. Very good recipe to use. Hey! There we go. I feel like we've been really master poor along the way here. I don't even know why I'm checking the dagger, but just in case it's interesting. Let's do that. Let's get you. Da-da-da-da-da. Begin combat. Beat the crap out of this guy. It's just level 1 master. I think we found him once, but that was about it. There we go. Level 2. Excellent. Timber axe. I mean, we'll double check, because technically it could be a thing. I may not want to level up the flame golem. I just realized, because if we're going to cast him on damage taken, we are not going to want him to be too high level, because otherwise we won't be able to use it. But we could always just buy a new one if I've accidentally over-leveled him. Doesn't cost that many resources. We're still going through our mana fairly quickly. Can I kill you there? I think there was a line of sight issue. And Sanctum of Innocence. I think this is where we fight the guy. So we came in there. I think we're going to leave bottom right, and that's how we sort of progress things. Hello. Die, 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 die. Run away. Die, die, die. I think we're pretty tough here, and I'm not too concerned about being whooped. Apparently I can't hit you now, so where's your dude that you just activated? Maybe that's not what I have to kill. Maybe it's just a time thing. I don't remember. I mean, I've obviously done this fight once, but I don't remember exactly how it works. And these guys are annoying with how many of them put their goddamn shields up. There we go. And that. Yeah. Laser beam me. Hopefully that's fire damage. Because that's the one I do have 75% resistance to. Of course, when I finish this act, I'm going to lose a bunch of resistance. So if I was under-leveled, I might be very tempted to farm a little bit in here right before finishing the act. That way I wouldn't take the resistance hit. Oh, phase 2. Right. Okay. How bad is that? Oh, pretty bad. And I forgot, it's not like the piety where you keep spinning around, so you actually do have to dodge it. Yeah, and I definitely can't hit him. Okay, that's a fair amount of damage. Again, I think I'm capped on fire resistance, and it feels like this is all fire damage. And it's pretty substantial. And one of the things my last character had is insane life regen. What with the blood magic sort of build. Well, at least my totem can keep whopping on him. Doesn't do much damage, but it's there. Stand still so I can kill you. Ugh, another one of these phases. You're the Emperor. Listen, buddy, I've been doing, like, Labyrinth trials and stuff like this. I'm pretty sure I'm the next Emperor. So, I don't know. These guys are making my damage feel a lot less impressive than it was when I was just, plowing through the zones. 1 or 2-shotting everything. Ah! That's right, I guess I can just walk through him. I gotta remember that. I can walk through him and then maybe even get... Oh! That looks like lightning damage. Ah! That was a lot of damage! Holy shit! Big statue guys, bad. Okay. Okay, explodey. Sure, yep, that's fine. That's some resistance and some life. But without the ability to craft speed on there. I don't know if you can add speed using a vendor recipe to a rare or not. You might be able to, I don't know. Ah, there you go. So that's just shortcuts you to here. That's quite cool. Okay. And then, oh, that's my alarm going off. That's okay. I'm already awake. Don't worry about it, alarm. Everything is fine. Nothing to worry about. Hang on. I gotta talk to Sin. Is Sin here? Did I miss Sin? Hang on a sec. Let me go to town, because I got a whole lot of stuff on me. Hello. You deserve recognition. What are you? Oh! More jewels. No. Physical damage is good, but I don't have EK. So, I'm not using Ground Slam. So, I might pick up the Crimson Jewel just for the 14% increased physical damage for now. And who knows, maybe I could do some sort of cleavey-oriented build. I mean, it still has the 14%, so we can compare that to other things. I don't think that's going to be worth taking or using as is, but it's interesting that it exists. Let's go and dump you in there, and I think everything else is just going to get vendored, actually. It's not like it's crazy amount of life and resistant things, so I can probably live without stressing about it. And, oh, that's a quality flask, so. Is it something I want to use now? Instant recovery is nice, but no. I like the ones that are instant recovery at low health, because they tend to give you a crap ton more. So, alright. Where the hell are my quests, then? Okay. So go through here, and then it's just backtracking time. Oh! There's Sin. Good thing I took that. Okay. Completely missed that. That would have been really bad. So now back through the Torch Courts. And I think all we're looking for here is a path back to the streets. I'm wondering before I finish this. Oh! It's pretty crazy that damage. I was gonna say it's my resistances being uncapped. Before I finish this act, or before I go to the end boss, I should really make sure that my resistances are capped, because I suspect there's a large variety of different elemental damage there. But it's also crazy that, given the fact that I'm about to lose, what, 25 or 50% of my, like, I'm just gonna take a negative 25%, I think, modifier to all my resistances, that they're not capped as is. So they're going to be particularly bad. The thing is, early on in the game, you don't have to spend that much attention, pay that much attention to resistances, especially if you gear for a fair amount of life, because the damage is not that crazy. It's certainly starting to get a little bit more, though. Yeah, but now I think it's time. Is that the concentrated effect? Yeah, I'm going to keep leveling that up. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm going to want that 100% capped. What the hell? Scholar of Light. I don't know if I ran into you last time. To the other side here so we can kill some of those extra minions. Kill unique monster progress. Alright. The base extra damage from an Iron Ring really isn't worth anything anymore. But you never know. You might get some crazy-ass mods on it. Hello, Harbinger dude. Yeah, I think we're going to need some more resistances. I'm going to have to be a little bit more explicit about gearing for it. Finished you off. Do. I like the shards of crafting material. I also like the new consumable, the thing of binding, and the engineer ones. It's quite cool. Like the binding one is just an alch orb, but also guarantees that you get a 4-link. I mean, it says up to a 4-link. The time I used it, I did get a 4-link. I think it says up to a 4-link because if you use it on a one-handed item, or shield or something like that, they have a maximum of 3 sockets. So I think in that case, you would get a 3-linked item. But it's it's an ideal thing to use on, gloves, boots, helmets, for example. And I mean, it's potentially fine to use on weapons as well. Although the thing is, getting 3 links is pretty easy. So it might, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth using that one. Depends on how rare it is. I haven't really gotten a good sense of that stuff, how many you get and how much you need. Herald of Ash, we may as well level you up. Hey, armor scrap. I'm a little bit more excited about getting those than usual, just because I don't pick up the quality weapons and armor anymore. To vendor, there we go, Ruin Square. Now, this was a thing where there was a lot of non-linear progression that was really annoying. In particular, if you somehow reset your map, that was a really big pain in the ass. I'm still going for clarity because I'm still having to use my my mana flask. I should really look up the chart about the int requirements for concentrated effect. If it turns out that the int requirements for concentrated effect and the int requirements for max level clarity are the same, then I know that I can level clarity up with basically impunity. I mean, as long as I have a mana pool big enough that I can actually use it. But that doesn't seem to be much of a problem. There's a waypoint in this zone, isn't there? I was pretty sure there was. I felt like it was up this way. Ah, level 45. And help directions about the Pantheon. That's fine, I don't need that. Okay, well, I'm on the other side of that block, but that's it. So, I did grab that plus 30 int node, but otherwise I'm going to keep going here. The discount to the cost is good. And it might be worth taking a second and seeing about crafting some weapons. So, in here, I pre-bought a couple because every time you level up, the shop reloads. Do you have any more war axes? Not you. Right, the blacksmith goes away, now it's you. Do you have any more war axes? You have these choppers, but they're lower level. Yeah, so... yeah, these are slightly higher damage, I think. So I'm going to take one and just sort of just roll an alch on it. Do I have an essence that might be useful? I think the essences are all pretty low level. Cold damage, leech life, spell damage, fire damage. Yeah, no, that's fine. I really want to try to get a physical property. So I'm just going to, YOLO Orb of Alch. Holy crap, that worked out incredibly well. I should have... I should have qualityed it first! You stupid fucker. Because it would only taken me 4 of the blacksmiths to do it first. Now it would take me 20 if I want to increase the quality, which is not worthwhile. I can't believe it. Oh, it's 32. I think I read 92. Still, okay, so as is, that's going to be a huge damage increase. No. From 2726 to 2805. Not a huge damage increase. Oh, because I already had the... that's right, this one has both the percentage and the flat and the attack speed. So you know what? It's actually not... I mean, if I had remembered to put the 20%, it would be a little bit more. But it's not that huge a deal. I don't think it's worth YOLOing another rare on here. Now, the other question is, if I were to just go with a two-hander, So 2805. Nope, it goes down to 24. Yeah, 28. Okay, so the two-hander is not worth using. And yeah, I don't actually use the melee gems on the weapon. It's going to be on the armor just because it's going to be able to have more sockets. Alright, I don't think there's any reason to keep this around. Can't believe I did forget to do that. I mean, I could try to see if I get lucky with another, like, mod here. I could quality it first and then use the recipe, the vendor recipe, to get the increased physical damage percentage. And I would get a higher percentage, but without the flat, it's not terribly useful. You know what? It's unlikely that we'll get the good mod twice, but let's go ahead and see. Yeah, the physical damage is a lot lower. It's got the lightning and stuff, 28, but it's not going to be as much. Yeah, quite a bit lower. Okay, that's fine. What else am I going to use the currency for? I can't trade in this league. And do we sell the ring? Yeah, we sell that ring as well. Oops, I have another blue skill gem. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Yeah, but, yeah, improved quality of strongbox is cool, but yeah, Orb of Binding, upgrade a normal item to a rare with up to 4 linked sockets. And I've used one, and it gave me 4 linked sockets, so I suspect that it tries to go for 4 linked sockets unless you do an item that can only have 3, in which case it does 3. But it could be a random thing, you know, but that would be stupid, like, that would be a shitty item. But you see how you can, like, parse it a couple of different ways. Okay, back over here. So we do have slightly more damage than before. Not much, but some. Although, it's feeling a hell of a lot better. I don't know, there could be other things going on. Of course, when we're here, we've got a few extra modifiers going in. So here our DPS is 3200. So every little change, especially in physical damage, does pile up a little bit more. I still feel like there's the waypoint. Like, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a waypoint in this zone. I thought this was generally the direction it was in. So waypoint right outside the ossuary. So I guess we'll do that since we're here. Although, no. Because what I don't want to do is reset this map. So I want to find the optional reliquary and also Utala, and then we're going to do the ossuary. Since the waypoint is... I mean, I'm assuming it's sort of fixed there. Like, if we do end up doing a reset on this map, I'm assuming the waypoint is just always supposed to be outside the ossuary. And in any case, I recall the ossuary being in the top left corner last time, so I think it should be relatively easy to find. Utala was, like, I feel across the bridge and then down here. You know what? When I just went and, like, tried to go in this direction before, I'm pretty sure... Because I was like, oh, I'll backtrack. I'm like, no, wait. You backtrack after everything gets blown up. I think he's off that way. Or the reliquary is. But yeah, the first time I did it, I went into the ossuary right away, and then it was annoying because the map kept getting reset. And not knowing sort of the general rules of the map gen on this, it was frustrating to then find my targets. If you do know where things are supposed to spawn on this, then it's probably not too bad. You're like, oh, just keep going, you know, southeast all the time. I suspect this is not the correct path. Superior arc. How superior? How much quality is on there? 8%, okay. So not crazy. This all dead-endy? It's pretty dead-endy. And loops back around there. Well, let's go ahead here, and then we'll go the other way. Boom. You tend to get a lot more one-shots when things are clustered, because, remember, when your Sunder hits a target, it causes a little micro-explosion around that target. So if you can get a few of those overlapping... Because I think with these effects, you can get hit by multiple of those overlapping explosions. Like, if you've got a multiple projectiles things, you can't shotgun people for, like, bonus damage for each projectile, but I think in this case you can. Alright. I don't know if that's the sort of thing that clears later or not. Maybe I'm doing things out of order. Could be. Could be. This doesn't feel like a very productive area. Just for completeness. Also, I should kill some stuff and get some charges. Let's level the zone. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, the XP is still good, so Doing clears for that wouldn't be a terrible idea. And, yeah, flash charges. Although I really don't want to stop when I've got a Quicksilver active. Or perhaps if there's a really high density of mobs. That's looking quite nice. Seriously, where's the stuff I'm looking for? I feel like I'm just going to keep walking into dead ends and not truly progressing here. Okay, there's a door. That's probably for the reliquary. Yep. Still don't know where Utala is. Travel to the ruined square. Okay. Well, that's where I just was. Okay, this has its own waypoint. Excellent. So I'm going to pop out of here so that this map doesn't reset, so I don't lose my progress until we find Utala, and then I can just bop around the waypoints. I'll probably do the Ossuary. Okay, that sounds like a much smarter way to progress. Although it'd be even smarter if I knew where the hell these people are supposed to be. But I feel like last time it was down one of these right branches, but I may be getting confused with the reliquary itself, but I don't think so. I feel like it's coming up here. Yep, there it is. Excellent. Alright, stop flavor texting so I can hit you. Die, 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 die. Thank you. Okay. Waypoint. That. Get a reward from someone.
Yes.
No, not you. Go away. Bannon. Pierce. Attack damage, melee, range, mana regen, movement speed, attack and cast speed. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. Because 8% increased really isn't that much anymore. And I don't think the range makes a difference with this build. I actually don't know. Sunder, range. Sunder plus weapon range interaction. Zero information. Looks like, well, people are saying it doesn't affect Sunder range at all, and I suspect that that is true. As such, I think what we might just do is hang on to Assassin's Haste, because movement speed's good. Attack speed certainly helps us. We actually don't have a lot of attack speed modifiers, so at this point, 4% increased is pretty substantial. But, let's see. Do I want to replace? I've got a gem here, which is 10% damage, 50 armor, which is actually not a bad idea. Down here, I've got 11% increased melee, and that's it. Because lightning doesn't affect me. I think I'd actually prefer, let's see, 2803, 2805. It's basically the same in terms of DPS. But the Assassin's Haste give me the movement rate and the mana regen, so that's good. These magical jewels, I could actually reroll a lot of them, like just alt them over and over and see what happens. And I might start doing that at some point, but I don't think now's the time. Sell, good, thank you for the chromatics. Actually starting to accrue a fair number of chromatics at this point. Which, depending on exactly what gems I need in terms of what base armor, I might need a lot of rolls, but I don't think it's that much. My main link here, I think, is going to be something like, I mean, if I could get a 6th link, which is not very likely in a solo self-found here, is I think going to be something like 5 reds and 1 blue. I think all the support stuff that I want is basically red, except for concentrated effect. So, yeah, we're going to go to the ruined square. And, yeah, right outside the Ossuary. Excellent. I mean, we're still on the same map. Hadn't reset. But I suspect that even if it had reset, the waypoint would still be right outside there. Especially since the Ossuary does not have a waypoint inside of it. Based on, you know, that map over there. It does not have a waypoint inside of it. So it makes sense that there'd be a waypoint right outside. Tends to be the way these things work. Now, here's one of the things. Like, my movement skill, which I don't use very often, is Whirling Blades. Which does require that you have, like, a sword or dagger, I think. Sword, dagger, claw to use. Now, if my offhand is a sword, that means I can use it. If my offhand ends up ever not being a sword, and of course my main hand is not a sword, then I will be unable to use Whirling Blades. And I know that people like Whirling Blades because it can go quite fast. You can combo it with faster attacks and Fortify to get a lot of decent mobility. It lets you go through things, through enemies pretty well. But I'm wondering if I shouldn't just get Flame Dash in general. And one of the advantages that Flame Dash has is it doesn't care what weapons you use, as far as I recall. And the other advantage is it's actually a teleport effect, which means you can use it to cross gaps, which you can't with this. Whirling Blades, I think, is the fastest of the movement abilities, but is the one movement ability that does not enable you to cross terrain elements with it. You have to be able to like walk in a straight line towards your target. And there's a certain quality of life thing with the ability to skip some terrain stuff from time to time, which is kind of nice. So I think this map, I know there's a little marker there, but if I recall from this map, it's kind of annoying because you have to pick up a lot of things. So you end up having to do a full clear. It's very reminiscent to me of like doing the archives and library in Act 3? 3, yes. So even though I see like the thingy, the target there, I'm pretty sure I need multiples. Thank you. It's a good place to fight actually because everything was really clustery. Need my golem back. Yeah, golem's always pretty squishy if you don't have like a pro minion build, so. Actually, I don't even know how to get to the middle there. Maybe it is all I need. But for the Sign of Purity, maybe it is all I need here. I swear, I think I'm getting confused. Oh, I'm getting confused with the Reliquary. Derp, derp, derp. It's the Reliquary where you need multiple things. So for this, I really do just want to go to the middle bit. Although, I think I might have accidentally gone in the right direction. Sign of Purity. Lever over here. Hello. Hey, Sin. Do you have a quest for me or just flavor text? Thank you. And that opens that door, which leads me back to the exit. Okay. And I may as well just do this, and then I'll waypoint over to the Reliquary. Boom. Yeah, this is the one where there's multiple things to grab. Oh, I don't have any Quicksilver. It makes me sad. I know I'm not picking up all the Scrolls of Wisdom, but I no longer need them. Not all of them. I still need some. Like, it still seems a little goofy to me that, like... Yeah, I like the flying statues. Forgot about them. That you would just not have them on the filter at all. I mean, it will always show up on an alt-click. And maybe that's what I would want to do. Maybe, artisans, artisans, artisans. Do I want to magic you up? I don't have a thingy on me. It's just a shard. I think you give... You're the thing that gives the blacksmith stones and shit, right? Yeah, I think so. So, I don't think it's... I mean, all the time it took, I could have just gone back to town and grabbed a transmute. Oh! Okay, apparently you can get more currency than I gave you credit for. It might be worth matching up and try to get more drops out of it going forward. Alright, the hair. No, I did not want to pick up the sleek coat. Thank you very much. I actually might still have to go over there, which would be kind of annoying. Lightning Warp is cool, but really slow. You can speed it up with both a combination of faster cast rate and shorter duration. But it's still kind of a pain in the ass. It looks awesome. Oh, hey, let's do some smithing. What's this one? I hate to feed souls, because every now and again you get one that's kind of wonky. And, like, the enemies don't spawn close enough. Like, you'll get ranged enemies that are outside the radius, and therefore you can't feed their souls. Like, that guy died and didn't count as a soul feed. See, all these guys who are walking away? That's so annoying. It's fine if you mostly just get melee, because then they run in here and you feed lots of souls, and it's actually relatively speedy, but... Look at how much energy shield I've got inside of this circle. Thank you. Level 3! Hey, I can finally get a hideout. Which is handy, because I can finally start doing daily quests. Did not feel like a very good Sunder there. Righteous Fire. Well, we're probably not going to be doing that. So, okay. Let's take a look here. Concentrated effect support. Level... So, the int is like 111, maybe 114 if you can get up to 21. Clarity... Okay, Clarity does need a lot more. I maybe want to cap it at like level 12 or something. Okay, so we still got it. Because after that, it'll need more int than my concentrated effect will. Now, I mean, I might be able to find... Do I want to do a roll on that? It's a 4-link, which is kind of handy, so it's probably worth doing some sort of roll on that armor. Okay, and the last one. So, the question is... Which part of the map will that be on? Because there's a few unexplored areas. Hey, an essence! Oh! A remnant of corruption! Definitely feel like those are hard to come by outside of the Essence League. Smash, 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 smash. Thank you. Anything over here? Yeah, there we go. For all I know, they actually have, like, more chests than you need in here, just to, like, decrease the amount of time it takes to go around. That would be a nice quality of life thing. So it's a pretty large, spread out map. Okay. Do that. ID a couple of things. And go. Still don't have the world's greatest gloves. They're okay, though. I don't know how much their enchantment matters. More passives. Hooray. So yeah, keep going. There we go. Tireless. Good life. More mana reduction. So, yeah, because I got the trigger Word of Winter when hit. I don't know what it does. I don't think we need that. Nope. Life's good. And a little physical damage, but no, it's just a little energy shield. Get rid of that. I don't think... Yeah, I'm okay with my Raven's Mask here. But yeah, let's go ahead and... Do we have an Essence of Greed? Yeah, you're only going to get modifiers level 35 or below, so you're going to get pretty crappy magic rolls here. What am I going to do? Just craft movement speed intentionally? No. If we're going to do anything, it's going to be... it's going to be like kind of a YOLO alchemy roll. And it's not enough of a level difference, because this is a base level 30 item. This is a base level... Oh, 33 item. Yeah. No. Go away. Okay. It'd be nice if there was a deposit all currency button. I don't remember if this has room for... Oh, yeah, it does have room for the Remnant of Corruption. Excellent. Thank you very much. Drop a blue gem in there. Put that there. And where am I going now? Cathedral Rooftop. Was that the area that was on fire that I couldn't get in before? That's kind of what I feel might be where we're supposed to go. I don't think it was down here. I think that's a proper dead end. I don't remember. This is all the stairs here. I think that's probably the case. It's like a weird amount of repetition. Yeah, this used to be on fire. Now it's not. Okay. Huh, not bad. Only second time through here, and I'm already learning certain aspects of the map. Now, I still don't have any resistances. Also, I gotta put a cut in this video for time here. I don't know if level 46 does much for me here. So I still might want to, before I fight this guy... Oh, okay, I'm not too bad except for lightning. I wonder if he uses any lightning. And again, I might want to do... It's still like low-level areas. There's conceivable I might want to do a little bit of just random farming this area before I complete the act and get the huge penalty to all my resistances. from effectively going up to cruel difficulty. I think the XP rates are pretty okay here. Yeah, I mean, you can visibly see the thing move when I kill someone. I don't know what area might be the best to farm. This isn't bad because it's kind of open, but it doesn't have a waypoint near it. That'd be the biggest question mark of where would it be a good use of our time. Sure, more added fire. Killing a single herald's not really a good use of our time, XP-wise. Magic packs are usually pretty good. Flame Totem, we're going to go, or Flame Golem, rather. We're not going to go and level you up. Even at level 46, you're probably too high level. We'll have to see. I also should take a side trip to the archives to see if I might be able to get a cast when damage taken at this point. Now, I don't have, like, crazy item sockets, and I don't want to invest in crafting linked sockets right now, just because my gear is going to level up a fair bit still. Like, we're far from anything that's even, like, you know, temporarily final. Which one are you? I'm trying to figure out if this is a good offhand for me. I mean, I don't have the dex right now, but we can make it. Right, you get more frenzy charges. You get a lot more damage when you don't have any frenzy charges, which is interesting. I don't think it's the ideal kind of offhand, although it might be better than the offhand I've got now. Not that I have the dex. I've got 63 dex right now. There's a couple I know are good. I think the Princess is pretty good for an offhand. I don't know, there's a few. Because again, for an offhand, I'm just looking for something with stats. And while there's a chance that, you know, there might be, you know, some rares with some interesting stats that would help out, most likely it's going to be a unique that adds some crazy modifier to my build. So I'm just going to be carrying a unique in my offhand to mess with the mechanics, basically. I could go and unlock another jewel socket over here. It'd be pretty darn close. But I'm wondering if it might be time to get up to Resolute Technique. What's my hit rate right now? Offense over here, 85%. So I'm missing 15% of my swings as is, and that's just going to get worse as I, don't increase my, well, I don't get more accuracy, which you can get by having a lot of dexterity, for example. Yeah, I think it's probably fine to move up to Resolute Technique, and then I can swing down and pick up all the pro axe damage, which is the direction I'm generally going in here. I mean, there's a jewel socket over there, too. Here it's just 1, 2 for a jewel socket. Here it'd be 1, 2, 3. Increasing armor along the way, which isn't terrible. Probably pick up Devotion for a lot. Like, I can pick up Devotion and the jewel sockets somewhere along the way. That's 6% life, 8% life. I can pick up another 6% life over here as well, which isn't too shabby. Increased effect of non-curse auras you cast. I don't know, because Herald of Ash isn't an aura. I don't know. I think I like the idea. We're going to pick up Resolute Technique, so we may as well head there. And we know we're going to be taking the axe stuff, because it's, like, considerably more damage. More bleed chance, which will stack with the one from my Ascension. 35% increased damage with ailments from attack skill while wielding axe. I think that'll include the bleeds. Onslaught chance. Pretty low, but not bad. So, yeah, I think that's going to be okay. Oh yes, it's fight time. Let's do that. Begin combat. Beat the crap out of Aegon. Oh, I should definitely go and set up my hideout and do some dailies and stuff like that. So what we'll do is we'll put a cut in here. When we come back, we'll do a video of me killing the boss. I'll probably I don't know. I might not go right away. I might actually do a couple of clears or something like that just to try to squeeze an extra level or two before I lose some points and we go into the next act. And I might look into bringing my lightning resist up before I fight the boss, because I don't remember if he's got lightning damage, but there's a good chance he does a little bit of all the elements. So we'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching. See you next time.